Tzu Chi volunteers sent rice and solar power systems to the people in Cambodia. Tens of thousands of people throughout Taiwan took part in the sutra adaptation of water repentance. Welcome to Dai Headlines, I'm Simon Gan. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi volunteers in Cambodia recently distributed rice, solar panels and lighting systems to the local residents. Most of the residents do not have electricity, so their kids cannot study at night. Volunteers send them these items, hoping that their living conditions can be improved.
Volunteers are double-checking if the boxes of lamps and solar panels are in good condition. Then they are placed in the distribution area. This is Cambodia County in Cambodia. Tzu Chi is going to distribute rice and solar panels to these residents.
Most of the residents of our county live on boats. They almost all do not have electricity to use. Even if they have electricity, they can't afford the bill, so solar panels are important to them because they do not need to pay electricity bills and they can take it everywhere.
More than 90% of the residents in Cambodia County are Muslim, and most of them made a living from fishing. Tzu Chi sent solar panels and lighting systems to make their lives more convenient.
My
eyes cannot see clearly. After getting the solar light, it's more convenient for me to go to the toilet and take a bath at night. Thank you for your help. Bless you.
Thank you, Tzu Chi, for sending us rice and lighting systems. The rice is enough for us to eat for a while. With light, my kids can read at night.
I'm so happy that I don't know what to say. I will ask my neighbor to help install the light when I go home.
After distributing the lighting systems to the residents, volunteers followed them to their home to help with installation. The little light bulb lights up the future of Yamaran family.
Sometimes you work until sunset. Without light, it is quite difficult for us to dine on light. Now we have solar panel and lighting system to light up our boat.
In addition to distributing solar panels, the next day, Cambodian volunteers went to the mental health center in Kando province to care for the patients. They brought 200 packs of rice to the center as they hope to provide more relevant assistance in the future.
In recent years, due to climate change, there have been poor harvests in Jordan. As a result, life has become harsher for the African Bedouins. This time, Tzu Chi volunteers brought 12 tons of food and supplies for the winter aid distribution.
The shores of the Dead Sea are the Earth's lowest elevation on land. The only major water source flowing into the Dead Sea is the Jordan River. However, in recent years, Jordanian and Israeli governments have been fetching too much water from the Jordan River, and therefore the water level of the Dead Sea has been decreasing by 1 meter every year. In this desert besides the Dead Sea, Gal al-Safi in southern Jordan is also becoming destitute.
This is a very poor village in Jordan, with 40% of the residents being poor and 30% of them unemployed. This is a very poor place in Jordan.
In the past, this area produces yogurt that is transported to different places. While the relics of the ancient city are still here, the past glory has long gone. Currently, a group of African Bedouins live here.
They desperately need food because they are having poor harvests. They are only living on tomatoes.
Only those who have received aid supplies do not have to worry about food. This child, who claimed that he did not go to school because of illness, is walking with light steps.
I like the food and supplies you've given us. I like to eat all of them. Thank you very much for coming here and bringing us happiness.
There are others who are not allowed to go near the supplies. They went under the table and showed that they cherish these aid supplies. At this distribution, college student Lisa, who also does taekwondo, has volunteered from the morning till evening without complaining of fatigue.
I know I have a lot of things that people don't have, and that makes me sad, and that makes me that I want to do something for the people, good things. I want to help them to live their life better.
Volunteers and Tzu Chi staff have also endured much over the past several days.
We have not eaten anything since breakfast, but it is most important that they receive this surprise.
I'm very touched. I think we are very blessed being able to do this.
In this place, poor people can also give of themselves to help less fortunate people. This shows that they're actually quite spiritually wealthy.
Winter is coming soon. Volunteers from Tzu Chi Northern California chapter traveled to Concau and Magalia, which was devastated by the campfire last year, to hold the winter aid distribution. The volunteers distributed blankets, scarves, and jackets to ensure the residents can stay warm despite the freezing weather.
Anyone here that you do not know, have never ever met before, give somebody a hug, give somebody a smile. How you doing, sir? And as you breathe it out, just think about it.
Before the one-year anniversary of campfire in Northern California, city volunteers held an aid distribution at a church in the disaster area.
They've been with us from almost the beginning, and the partnership has just been very wonderful. And they have been so helpful to the many people in this community.
While the music excites people, what really touches people is this large glass jar.
A year ago in Chico, and right after the disaster, I got it. I thought that's a great idea, and it stayed in the cup holder in my car. So every time I see people, or I came out of the store and I put them in, it got full, and so they were all ended up loose in the car. So I went in the house and I got this and I dumped it.
Having been devastated by the fire disaster, 60-year-old Derry Berry has found the strength to carry on.
Tap them and say there's no place like home. And so I wear red shoes now, like she did, to remind me.
To heal the affected residents' mental wounds, a volunteer designed a trio process to encourage them to move forward.
So many times I talk with people and they talk about all they've lost and what they don't have, and to help them think about moving into stable housing, I want them to talk about what they've accomplished and what they need to accomplish to get into stable housing.
It was a challenge because being so young and not knowing really what to do, just having friends and family there, and then people like you guys to come in.
Despite the disaster and upcoming winter, the people here have felt the love and warmth.
Every year, Tzu Chi's Wilmington Community Clinic in California organizes 2 free clinics for the community. The love and care Tzu Chi volunteers presented has made the patients feel happy and relaxed.
Happy, everything happy. Before entering the door, they began to sing a song. Some people do not expect this is a free clinic.
I've sung a nice song which is called Happy Happy Song outside just now. I feel very happy. Singing can lift one's mood. I think everyone's happy.
We hope that they will feel warm when they come to Tzu Chi, so I take the initiative to say hello to them.
It is the second time for Tzu Chi Wilmington Community Clinic hosted a free clinic this year. They took care of patients and their accompanying family members. They prepared refreshments outside the clinic and invited an art therapy professor to accompany the children inside.
There were many purposes for coming today. One was to have children have something to do while they wait for their parents to get some of the services, the medical services, the dental, the vision, or the acupuncture. The second was to see if there's anybody could benefit from like a single arts-based interaction, or we call it single-based sessions.
To have body check or wanting to get their disease cured, members of the public grab the opportunity to register at different clinics. They do not worry where to go under the volunteers' guidance.
Both my waist and legs are painful and have problems. The doctor inserted needles for me, and now I feel very well and at ease. My ears are also better.
They brought us to see different doctors. Everyone tried to do their best.
Muy amables, muy buenos.
Perfect equipment, professional doctors, and an intimate volunteer team make all the patients have a happy medical experience.
In 2011, Tzu Chi held the first sutra adaptation of water repentance with tens of thousands of people throughout Taiwan taking part. Many learned to work together and also the profound meaning and principles from the lyrics. Let's take a look.
When you open this reusable bowl, it is like a Russian dough with several layers inside. You can even place eating utensils inside. This is a collapsible bowl from Jinsi Poland after 3 years of work. It is made with higher quality plastic and silicone. It saves space and is also eco-friendly.
If the outer layer is made with silicone rubber, we worry that it will topple when elderly people use it. The key is that it has hard and soft parts. When you eat with it, it is still hard, and it has a soft part to make it collapsible.
To be eco-friendly, the manual is printed on the cardboard package. This product will be available at the end of this year or the beginning of next year. The general manager of Dai Technology also showed a new invention to Master Zheng Yan at the Xindian Jinsi Hall.
The color of plastic comes from the master batch, but it's a chemical. So we have thought about using the original colors of these minerals so we won't contaminate the earth with any chemical.
大爱科技拢是真实用的物件，如何呢让人人了解？有一群菩萨多么辛苦整理分类，可以呢变成了什么什么的资源，这就是价值。
2011 was the 45th anniversary of Tzu Chi. It is also the first time for Tzu Chi to give a water repentance performance. Over 20 shows were given throughout Taiwan, with tens of thousands of people practicing for months.
When we had a rehearsal in March or May, we spent 20 minutes to find our spots on stage. But when we had a performance in August, we had been trained by Sister Tzu Yue that we could find our spots in just 12 seconds.
The rehearsal cultivated their bodies and their minds. Tzu Chi volunteer Wang Qiuyue was in a lawsuit, but the performance helped her change her mind.
I had felt my life should have been very smooth, so why would I have this lawsuit, this turmoil? But as I went along with the rehearsal and sent a text, and also read the story of Master Wu Da, I began to understand the core of everything, and it was about cause and effect.
大家啦，现在成就画面的美，都是呢很多人的辛苦，但是呢，念一转。 都是呢，化辛苦为造福。
These volunteers did not forget their hard work and blessings from their first performance. It began the annual sutra adaptation, so the Dharma can enter people's heart and their conduct.
17 superintendents from the hospitals in Leyte Province, the Philippines, came to visit the ITV. Through a series of activities, they get to know more about how Tzu Chi spreads love and kindness all around the world.
Watching the video of Tzu Chi's story intensely, 17 superintendents coming from the hospitals of Leyte Province, the Philippines, visit Dai ITV under the lead by Tzu Chi volunteers so that they get to know more about how Tzu Chi goes around the world with love and care.
The most important thing is to let them absorb Tzu Chi's love and care for patients because they may become insensible when they have been doing it for a long time. Here we can inspire their love again.
那在这里再启发他们的爱心。
Because Typhoon Haiyan severely damaged Leyte Province in 2013, Tzu Chi volunteers became associated with the local medical team. In the process of holding a free clinic together, everyone saw the selfless dedication of Tzu Chi volunteers.
2014, Ormoc District Hospital and Tzu Chi Foundation Philippines has been in partnership in conducting eye surgeries for the poor, and we've been helping them in treating patients coming from the Great Love Village in Ormoc City.
There's a program being held, okay? Of course.
From visiting the film studio to experiencing the anchor broadcast, they can feel the dedication of Taiwan TV to humanistic communication. It is hoped that they can deeply appreciate Tzu Chi's care for the world.
Many people will appreciate Tzu Chi, will understand Tzu Chi, and hopefully become a Tzu Chi volunteer themselves.
Through the humanistic visit, Tzu Chi volunteers work together to convey Tzu Chi's belief in doing good deeds to 17 Filipino guests.
Cai Bing-hong has been in and out of prison 3 times. He had been looking forward to spend more time with his wife, but an unexpected work accident has put him into a vegetative state for a year. He eventually recovered, and the painting technique which he learned in prison has led him to see the beauty of life.
When I came out the 3rd time, I wanted life to be simple. I started roasting sesame oil and doing awnings, but then I fell and I almost died. They operate on my brain twice and once on my spine. I had a tube in my nose and a tracheotomy.
Do I take him every day? Yes, I take him to acupuncture and then other places he has to go.
He has to rehabilitate to learn to walk again. If he is not careful, he will fall. He has to learn all of this.
Coming back to us, he became better. He wanted a good life and didn't want to be so tired. But for 1 year and 8 months, he was really at rock bottom. The doctor determined that he was in a vegetative coma. I visited him at a hospital after work every day. I woke him up and treated him with my heart. In the market, I can only earn about $30 and when you subtract the cost of goods, I only earn $20. Now this is what we have to depend upon to eat.
The 3rd time I was in jail because I was still complaining about being in. I saw another person painting a Buddha and I saw my heart calm down and started to study. He gave me a pen and some ink. I used scrap paper to practice along with some water. He taught lots of people. I didn't ask much, I just started to paint randomly like this. Painting the 3 treasures of Buddhism, filial piety, and giving are things you can't wait to do.
Zhang Guizhu, a painter in the Tzu Chi charitable art exhibition, works in a chemical factory. His wife died prematurely. His son had a mental disability, and he also suffers from rectal cancer. It has been a hard life for him, but he continues to donate the sales of his painting for charity and even voluntarily cooks at a nursing home. Let's take a look.
Here we see a group of wild horses and even some tigers with mighty eyes. All of these images are quite vivid under Mr. Zhang's brush, and even these static flowers take on a special look.
This painting took me about 30 to 40 minutes to complete.
He started to paint at the age of 5. Mr. Zhang, now 55, has never studied under a teacher.
This painting took me almost a month to produce. I drew it with a ballpoint pen.
Painting for Mr. Zhang is as natural as drinking water. Last year, however, he had rectal cancer and the side effects of chemotherapy left his fingers stiff as he had no way to paint.
Oh, it's very difficult. Just to hold a pen, I feel very uncomfortable.
His wife died prematurely and his son developed a mental disability at the age of 4. Despite his illness, Mr. Zhang rides a scooter from Taiwan to the nursing home in Miaoli's Dahu every week to visit his 32-year-old son.
Going there is about 80 or 90 kilometers.
He's been visiting for more than 20 years. Mr. Zhang often pays out of his own pocket to cook for everyone in the nursing home.
When it's hard, people help pull you along, and when you are capable, you should help them. If we have 2 bowls of rice, 1 bowl is enough, so it's okay to give someone another bowl.
Only an elementary school graduate and a cancer survivor, it is hard for him to get work after chemical plant work is gone. Mr. Zhang doesn't even sell his paintings, but instead donates generously for the public good.
I myself feel that my days are numbered. I want my paintings to be sold as a type of donation.
Recently, cancer cells have metastasized to Mr. Zhang's lungs and kidneys. Tzu Chi volunteers often come by to care for him and make him feel warm.
They are like my family, and what is it that foreigners say? We are family. We are one big family.
He's sick and still has so much spirit and perseverance. This leads our team to admire him very much.
Let me go back to work and be healthy. Please, I don't want anything else.
Despite his difficult life, Mr. Zhang uses a positive attitude to face difficulties. Just like his artwork, he is always full of vitality.
In the 25th anniversary celebration of Tzu Chi University, not only students exploited their energy on the sports field, even the Tzu Chi, the parents, showed youthful performance to celebrate together.
Children fathers and either mothers, who are always enthusiastic, bring their full energy to the 25th anniversary celebration and sports day of Tzu Chi University. Combining chant song, bathrooms with dragon and lion dance, students enter the field with great creativity. Even the senior citizens taking classes in the Center for Continuing Education, whose average ages are about 65, wear orange t-shirts to dance, showing youthful performance with the college students.
We also dance actively. Everyone is happy seeing these young students and us.
Students from various departments were on the track together on the sports fields. Those students who are graduating next year specially put on a bachelor uniform to leave good memories of that particular moment.
There are many of our memories here, whether it's related to learning or competition on the field. So we do not want to miss the feeling of walking on this field last year.
For Tzu Chi's next 25 years, everyone worked hard together.
After the gun fired, everyone joined hands to pass the hula hoop to the same goal. It also symbolized Tzu Chi University is entering the next stage. Teachers and students should join hands together to achieve good results in future.
The Tzu Chi Malacca Extension School in Malaysia held its 16th anniversary exhibition with music and joy all over the place. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you and goodbye.